Hey guys, Freddie's just informed me that some of the interview we did with our special guest Richard Brewer for the interview on the weekend might be a bit delayed, out of whack. So if that's the case, just mind the interview. You can still understand it, but just listen to it and try not watch it. So there is a bit of a glitch in the system. But you can still listen to it. Don't worry about this one. But sit back and enjoy the interview, and hope you do, and all our future interviews. But yeah, little glitch. But yeah, that's all it is. Just a glitch. Cheers, guys.
All right, guys. Welcome to today's Sunday session. But this one's a very special one, as we're on site, and as I said in my post earlier on, we're working with the master of hair and the owner of Fox & Co, Richard Brewer. Richard, welcome to the show.
Thanks.
You're meant to be the first ever interview for this
And you dodged me.
program, and I've dodged you for over 12 months. But we just wanted to get the intricacies of everything and get it right and just do it, how we carry on with each other. So, mate, why don't you tell the crowd and the viewers a little bit about yourself and where it all started?
Yep. I'm 45 years old. I was born in West Wyalong. Travelled around quite a lot. Lived in a lot of different places, from Angonia past Burke to Cairns, Gladstone, Townsville, Port Macquarie. Was in Blacktown for a while. That place was hell until I went back home to West Wyalong and finished off my schooling career there.
Yep.
Then I went to university to do fine arts.
Yep.
That didn't pan out, because who wants to be in a classroom with a bunch of adolescents? That's crazy shit. Imagine it now, I'd be teaching cats. And then, so I decided to become a hairdresser.
Yep. Now, and growing up in West Wyalong, as we know, small town mentality, how did you go, like, for the first, teenage years growing up in such a small town? And where did you get the knack or the want to be a hairdresser?
Well,
hairdresser.
I've got to. I'll battle the whole West Wyalong thing. To tell you the truth, I didn't really have much of a problem in West Wyalong.
Yep.
I think because you're related to, back then it was probably half the population.
Yep.
So it's like...
And this is nothing against West Wyalong. I've had some very good West
No,
Wyalong.
to tell you the truth, I'd go back in a heartbeat if I could. I love that place. It's beautiful. Big thing is, though, that, I really didn't have much of a drama. Of course, there's always a few people that want to rattle pages, but you pay them no mind. And plus, also, going to school at Blacktown Boys, that was hell. That was absolute hell.
So how do you go from West Wyalong to Blacktown?
Well, in all honesty, it was just what I had to do.
Yep.
And when you're a kid that travels, like you're in a family that travels,
yep.
You just do what you've got to do. You
Yep.
didn't really have much say in it back then. We didn't have helicopter parenting or the PC brigade or anything like that.
Oh, yeah.
So we didn't have naysayers going, but what about his learning or anything like that? And I think that when you've actually been around the place, you actually, how can you say, you adapt to any situation that you're in, which has probably helped me a hell of a load with hairdressing.
Yeah.
Because you've got to talk to people. I've had everything from, what could you say? I've had everything from prostitutes to drug dealers. Like, we are in Griffith, so the things that we've got to do. And then, of course, we've also had all different types of people.
Yeah.
So you just got to do what you've got to do.
Yep.
And just keep on going.
Yep.
So it's helped me a lot with that. But
and you'd have to be obviously thick-skinned.
Oh, you've got to be incredibly thick-skinned. But you know what? Here you'd get more problems with being fat or ginger than what you actually would being gay. In all honesty, that's actually a thing. On a weekly basis, I was getting called fat by people.
Yep.
And I'm like, are you joking? Is that all you got?
Yeah, come at me, big fella.
Yeah, for God's sake. Oh my God. And yet again, coming from places, you've got to have that thick skin and you just keep going with it.
Yeah. Now, mate, you were straight up until the age of 16, 17.
Yeah.
As we were just talking before, how did you know it was the right decision for what you were going to proclaim to the world or your family and friends and say, hey, this is it?
Well, I think the thing is that you always know that you're different. It's not a matter of a choice of what you are, but the choice of when you come out.
Yep.
So, you just know when it's the right time. You want to be yourself.
Yeah.
Like I could have been like so many people around the place and gone, rightio then, I'm going to get married, I'm going to have kids, and do all of this stuff, and then have them resent me because I'm unhappy. Like make my wife unhappy, make my kids unhappy, or when you finally do come out, that all of a sudden you're the worst person in the world. Like that sort of thing is just nasty. And a lot of people don't realise how much they will affect the people around them, and I think that that's crazy in itself. So I actually had a girlfriend that was serious, and she said to me, go to university, get everything out of your system, come back, we'll have kids, we'll get married and live life.
Yeah, right.
And I thought, you know what, that's pretty much what I'm going to have to do for everybody to accept me and to love me, is to actually play this game. And it's not the way that life should be. No. And also some of the stuff it's just crazy. Why would you want to be somebody that you're not? Yeah,
and as you said, like the hang up on people these days, it's just like, I am what I am. Yeah. Take it or leave it. And I say, even with myself, I'm pretty open and honest about what I like and what I don't like. And if you don't like it, well, take it or leave it. You don't have to accept it. Well, just don't be judgmental. It's what is what it is.
Well, see, that's it. Like I try not to judge people. Yep. Myself, and like as long as everybody leaves me alone, I'm actually really quite happy, because when it comes down to it, I'm a little more than a hairdresser, like anybody. So each one of us are a little bit more than what our profession is. Exactly. A lot of people treat you as your profession when you're a hairdresser.
And they give the presumption that just because you're a hairdresser you are gay type thing?
Oh, look, you know what, I've got to tell you, there's probably one little thing that I've got with hairdressing and hairdressers is that I don't trust a straight male hairdresser. I'm like, are you for real?
There is a couple of names I can mention, and I thought from day dot. You've got to be, dude. Like, it doesn't bother me, but.
Well, look, you know what? Like, there's there's a difference
between. Straight away.
Oh yeah. There's a difference between barbers and hairdressers, so everybody's got to be very aware of that. Yeah. But yeah. A few of the male hairdressers that I've actually met, they weren't here, so everybody suck your breath in. It wasn't here, so settle down. I've actually gone, I don't know about you, but apparently they are straight. I don't know if I believe them, but people do expect it, and to tell you the truth, I hate to be this person, but you do turn it on for the crowd. Yep. You turn it on for the crowd because after you can say, you've got to sell yourself. Yes. You've got to sell yourself.
Because you don't want to turn up and just sit there and go bang, bang, bang. Right. So
you've got to have fun in your profession.
Well, what did I say to you before? Our haircuts normally take 40 minutes, but it takes 20 minutes to actually do the cut.
This is true. This is so true. Like, oh my god.
Like you go from talking Donald Trump to whatever. holidays to what, you know.
Oh
we can
God,
talk.
everything, topics. What you got?
Would you say our combos are like a Women's Day magazine, just features everything?
I don't know if I'd say Women's Day.
No?
No, I'd probably say maybe a talk show, maybe The View or something.
Oh
like
no, I cannot stand that.
Oh look,
The
I
View.
don't watch the damn thing.
The
I don't
View
watch
is-
normal TV. I watch bloody
Yeah.
Netflix.
Yeah, okay.
So I've got nothing to compare it to. What have we got?
Just a
I think that our conversations have always been a podcast.
yes.
So you know, we should have bloody well.
We should have done it from.
Oh Jesus!
Well,
Not
and what
just
we-
that, we should have made some money off this.
We actually
could have
kickstarted
done
this off in 2009 when you used to work around the circle.
Oh God, yeah.
So
When
it's
you
been-
first came to me.
Yeah, before I went
God, yeah.
overseas.
Yeah.
So it's been 15 years in the making.
Oh God, yeah. No, plus. It's
2009.
been plus, hasn't it?
No, 2009. What's that? 15 years.
Oh shit.
That was only 27 when I went overseas.
Oh, hairdresser with the lack of time. I had no idea of
Oh, so mate, come, like obviously being in this industry, and then where did the what would you say? Where was the when did you know you wanted to be a hairdresser to start off with? 'Cause
Well,
you said
in
you wanted
all
to go to
honesty,
uni, be an
I was-
artist, and then
I was working with my father because I left university.
Yep.
Left my I was working with my dad, and I was a builder.
Did you have the short stubby shorts and-
stubbies, man. I was more fly than a bucket of chicken, hanging out there. Anyway, I went to.
So were you the village people before the village people?
Oh, come on, I'm not that bloody old. Anyway, we went. I went to the doctors and I had to get a mole cut off my back.
Yep.
And there, my mother was with me, and anyway, I turned to her and I said, "Mum, if I continue working with Dad, I'm gonna bloody kill him."
Yeah.
And anyway, my mother, being the very dramatic woman that she is, you know, grasped the pearls and flooded and like, oh my God, he's going to kill his father. And anyway, I'm like, no, Mama, I'm not literally going to kill Dad. I just can't
Too
work
much
with him.
effort.
It's all too much.
Yeah.
Like, what the freaking hell? Anyway, so I then grabbed a book and that was in there, and it was actually a careers book.
Yep.
With all different things, like, you know, if you want to do this, you've got to do this. And I flicked the pages, and it actually came up with the college that I went to.
Yep.
Because, you know, nobody wants a 19-year-old 6-foot hairdresser. A male hairdresser. So I was, all of a sudden I just went, well, what about hairdressing? What about I do hairdressing? And I sort of like, I don't know, you know when things just all of a sudden just fit into place?
And roll into place.
And yeah, and I was
Yep.
like, it just was right.
Yep.
So I went along, and because I've got so many in my family, and this is extended family, so all of my dads and beauticians are usually born, they're not so much made.
Yep.
So you've got to have, like, it rolls in families.
Yep.
And some people are people, and some people shouldn't be around people. And some people shouldn't touch people. And when it comes down to it, like, there's massage therapists, doctors, hairdressers, and hoes. So, you know, we're in the touching industry.
Yes.
Oh, you can get so much backlash. Oh God, I'm gonna get some hate.
This would be alright. Sorry, I should have warned you before.
Oh my God.
Could be a few offensive words or sayings.
Oh my goodness, so offensive.
Put your kids away when you
We're
watch
never
it.
PC.
No.
When has that ever happened?
Not real fast. And as we were just saying before, like some of the sayings back in the day, but we'll bring that up later.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. So, mate, you've been in the industry for nearly what, 25 years?
It's been 25 years. So I'm elderly. I had an apprentice once say, "Oh my God, Father, that girl was as useless as a bag of hair." She said to me, "Oh my God, you're a little bit old. Don't you think you should retire soon?" Oh my God, Father. I was like, what? I think I was 35 or something like that. She had the gumption to say that. I should have. Oh, there's a lot of things.
I can probably pick which one it was.
Oh, hey.
I've seen a few
Silly girl.
apprentices in your day.
Oh my god. Yeah, I've had some really good ones. And then I've had some that I've just wondered where the hell did you come from?
Oh.
Oh.
And being a male in this female-dominated industry, how's it been? You been accepted doing a job like this?
It's been. You've got to have a backbone, and that's the one big thing, because there's always somebody. I suppose when you look at the industry, there's a lot of people that are either they can be a little bit dominating.
Yep.
Like I don't know who the hell's hurt them, but holy Jesus, sometimes you get the attitude, and it's like you think you're better than us, and it's like I'm not thinking anything. I'm thinking, when's lunch?
Yeah.
Or
when's at 5 o'clock?
Yeah, when's it home time?
And do you think that's because you're just purely a male in a female world?
I think so.
Yep.
Like, sometimes it can be hard.
Yep.
And you're, like, especially because of the flack that actual men get.
Yep.
And I know that there's a lot of women out there that are going to say, no, that's not right, but it actually is right. Before knowing us or anything like that, they see that we're male.
Yep.
They don't necessarily see the person that we are, nor do people give us a chance.
Yeah.
And so I'm really quite happy that after 25 years, I've actually gotten a fantastic clientele. I love my clientele. I see them more than what I do my family.
Yeah.
And, look at us, Butch.
Yep.
Like after, this amount of time, 15 odd years.
Yep.
And it's just like, hey.
It's more of a catch up.
Yeah, it really is.
Like every 6 weeks. I'm
every
pretty
6
fussy
weeks.
because it goes pretty quick. But like I said, I think the first time I met you, bar the haircut, was at that wedding, the infamous wedding we went to.
Oh yeah.
And then we sort of just looked at each other and went, oh,
I know.
how exciting is this?
I know, right? Oh my god, that was fun.
Oh, mate.
Me and my tantrum. I chucked a tantrum that day and walked out. I stormed, actually.
I think quite a few people chucked a tantrum that
Oh
night
my god.
with how ridiculous things were. But
Look, you know what? That's what happens. I think we need more of that sort of drama in our lives.
yes.
The one little piece of drama that we have during the day. It's like,
And it sort of made things a bit exciting because you could see the tension in the air about everything that was going on. And you're sitting there going, oh my god, this.
oh look, you know what? People couldn't see the writing on the wall.
No.
Oh, even though it was like 10 foot tall and in neon. But we all occasionally are a little bit delusional.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Oh, good lord.
So, mate, these days, as I've said, gone are the days where I can go outside for a fag and put my feet up on the porch because too many people are offended. Now, we've had, as I said, and most people should know, we've had a relationship for over 15 years.
Yeah.
I don't see you as gay, I just see you as Richard Brewer.
Yeah, well, same.
How do you find it these days? And like I said, if you want to go out, you just want to be treated the same as the way that person is getting served or that person's getting served.
Yeah.
I just want the same drink as everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
How do you find it trying to fit into a straight world? If that's the right word.
In all honesty, because things have changed, so we're probably going to have to touch on a whole heap of shit in this.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't find it to be too bad. Like, at the end of the day, we want what everybody wants, which is just to be left the bloody hell alone. And with the culture that's coming up, like, everybody's offended, like this victimising craziness, and so everybody's got their issues. And so, if it's not the colour of our skin, it's our gender. Ugh. Jesus. And if it's not our gender, it's our sexuality. If it's not sexuality, it's something. So, everybody wants to be a victim. Everybody wants a bit of attention and stuff like that.
Yes.
All they should have to do or want to do is just let go. Why be a victim? Why be a victim? It's unnecessary.
Yeah.
And so you see all of this and you just think to yourself, what the actual hell is this?
Yeah.
So, in all honesty, I think that's the biggest problem that we've got. It's got, sexuality and all of that is is nothing these days because it's been bombarded with gender
Yes.
and offended culture.
Because I'm not smart, but there's only two genders there.
Yeah, we'll see. Look, this is where we get nasty and a little bit whatever, but this is my opinion.
So if you've got kiddies or you're getting offended,
like
turn it off.
If you're offended by this, but this is actually, I feel that I have the right more than anybody else because I've been forced into this umbrella community.
Yep.
And as a conservative gay man, just like there's loads of conservative lesbians out there somewhere. I don't know where they are, but they're there somewhere.
Hiding under the blankets.
Hiding somewhere. We are put into this umbrella community, which is like, I don't feel that I fit into that.
Yep.
And I can understand, you know, like, we got locked up for a while. And people had a lot of time to think about themselves and maybe how unremarkable they are or whatever it is. But I'm under the assumption there is only two genders. If people are trans, you know what? All the power to them.
Yep.
They're pretty much probably not wanting to be in the spotlight about their thing. Although we are in the age of social media where, you know, everybody wants to be a star, and so anybody would hang on to anything just as a life raft to get a little bit of attention, which is pretty sad. Like, you know, we don't go around as men, you know, swinging our dongers around saying, hey, we're men, this is what we do. And women don't do the same thing. Like with the trans community, I don't believe that they really want to be out and about. I think they just want to get on with their lives.
Yep.
For those that are actually 100%, you know, trans, they're not after, you know, something to push them into the limelight or to get attention. I think that's, you know, it's their personal thing.
Yeah.
But as for all the rest of it, I've got to tell you, I just don't know. I think that there's a lot of psychoses out there where when it comes to, and this is where it gets, I'm going to get hate mail, but there's a lot of psychoses out there, and mental problems that we've got to address. I think that pronouns are not going to help.
No.
Pronouns are not going to help. I don't believe that really any of this is really going to help. We need to actually get people just to face it. What they are thinking in their heads isn't physical.
No.
It's not a physical thing. And like I've been actually pointed at as like, you know, as a mascot to all of this and the gay community for a long time. Like especially the gay community.
So do they look at you as a like a MAGA man of the gay community?
No, well, because
you know
I
what I mean, like that, like you're not fighting for what everyone else is.
Oh.
Does that make sense?
I don't know. Well, I fought for the right to marry.
Yep.
So that was my thing. That was my thing.
Yep.
Even though after all of that, I'm still not married. But I am engaged, and we are going to get married hopefully this year.
Yep.
But like everybody else in Griffith, I'm waiting to be able to afford the smoke machine and the laser show.
Ready?
More hate mail.
Special rates, please.
Oh, you got a laser machine. But yeah, it looks like I might end up having to hire a few smokers and some glow sticks.
Alright, hold in, boys. But anyway,
I fought for that because I think that it's just a basic human right, and if we're able to get on our lounge and watch people getting married as fun, like with, you know, married at first sight and all of that sort of crap. That's crazy.
That is rubbish.
That's the sanctity of marriage going down the chute. I want to get some priests on that. Oh,
yeah.
Because it just shouldn't be. That's a complete mockery of what we wanted.
Farmer wants a wife.
Farmer wants a wife.
Sorry, Harry.
Farmer needs to get rid of the overbearing mother.
Yes.
Oh, damn, more hate mail.
You know, you're not a certain race, you're not this, oh my God.
Look, you know what? People have preferences and that's all good. That's great. You know what? But keep it to yourselves.
Yep. And as you said, like, no one cares about what anyone does. Like,
Yeah.
It doesn't offend me if you go to church or that's cool. You do what you do.
Do your own thing. Do your own thing.
You sit down the league side, drink 1,000 beers like I did the other week. Who cares?
As long as it's not hurting anybody else,
And that's
everybody
it.
should be fine with it. But people have these opinions.
Yep.
And like, look at, this is all my very own opinions, and I take full. I don't know if I want to take responsibility for any of this, but still.
No, I'll say you've just got the balls to say it.
Well, in all honesty, I think that at some point somebody's got to actually make sense.
Yep.
And because we're in a situation right at the moment where there's impending wars, there's all of like things that will actually physically end our existence.
Yep.
And we're worried about being
Called they or them.
they or them. We're forcing, like, there's people forcing names onto people like cis,
I said to someone the other
and
day.
that's craziness.
Yeah.
That's
I
craziness.
said to someone the other day, we were talking about something, we were talking about this crap, and they said, they use a certain C word on me, but a big, and I turned around, just being a smart ass, I said, that is not my pronouns. And
Yeah.
they said, and he did have an idea of what I said, and I said, mate, I know I'm a big C, but that's not what I identify as. I just identify as a C. And he said, what have you been reading? I said, mate, if you read the news, listen to the news, that's all you hear. Or Facebook, people get on Facebook. And I've said, to me, you're the straightest gay man that I've ever met. I don't see you wear fluoro yellow hair, and all that.
I can't be bothered with it all.
What's making?
I've got to say though, I think that with the silliness of youth, people do a lot of stupid ass things, and like actually look at even a lot of the straight community. Like you see all the boys, right, and they're all dressed exactly the same. You see the girls, and like in all honesty, they're wearing a belt, not a skirt. They're wearing a belt and a shirt or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's just the silliness of youth, like that's it. And like, you know, I had my time dressed up, dancing on a box and all of that. But it was me being young. Where right at the moment, like I feel the pressure that I've got to be 10 foot tall with abs and pecs and these great big arms because, you know, we're continually having to fill this box. We've got to be better than straight men.
Yep.
As gay men, because, you know, after all, they're either married or they're gay.
Yeah.
And then the pressure that it's just put on, and like it's a pressure on men in general these days as well.
Yep.
That we've got to look a certain way and be a certain way instead of actually being fundamentally good providers, morally upstanding citizens, and basically good. Like, what the hell is that? Like, why does it have to be so hard? Why does life have to be so hard?
Yeah.
And it's the pressures that everybody puts on everybody.
And that's why I'm glad I grew up when I did.
Oh,
Like in
you know
the
what?
90s, which was only 30 years ago.
I should actually say that it wasn't all that great being gay, but in all honesty, with the little that I had to put up with,
Yep.
and very little that I had to put up with, I've got respect for the people that came before us.
Yep.
Because they actually did the fighting.
Yeah.
The young gay people today, I think they come across as being arrogant and ignorant to the fact that others had to actually battle to get to where we are now.
Yeah.
So they come across as, oh my God, the hate mail. Annoying.
Yep.
Ridiculous. Yep. Good God, like at some point you just think to yourself, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
We see a bloke like Ian Roberts.
Oh, actually, there you go, Ian Roberts.
And he's
an
fought
outstanding
for
man.
years.
He has fought and fought and fought, and like, look, he was once a very pretty man, but because of the amount of times that he has been beaten the shit out of and knocked on the head, and it was because there was a lot of men back then that were a little bit too scared of their own sexuality.
Yes.
And that's the thing, like none of us need to worry about that. Yeah, oh God. When I was young, I went after a straight guy and that ended in tears, like it was just wrong. Like,
yeah.
why would you even bother with that sort of shit? If they're not into it, like...
See you later. But
yeah,
I'm sure over the years you would have had a few straight fellas after a few beers or drinks try and bung it on you for shits and giggles?
Oh, look, to tell you the truth, it's quite a lot actually.
Yep.
And I don't know if it was just for shits and giggles. Like, there's a lot of people that are, as soon as they get a little bit of alcohol in them, all of a sudden they become just completely different people. So I don't know if it's a Jekyll and Hyde thing.
No.
No. I refuse to believe it. No.
I remember a story once you told me when you were working at the if I could say, well, this is open air. You're working at the
the sex shop. Yeah.
And you said the amount of people would walk in there, not with their wives, but with their friends. You said you could have created a book and about 100 divorces.
Oh my God, Father! To tell you the truth, there's loads of things about working in a sex shop. You should get one of the girls there. I've got one for you that would do it.
Even that little room you told me before, which we can't say.
Yeah.
When you told me the name, I was like, no.
Oh God, yeah. There's so many things. I think that being gay and working in an adult shop was like quite an experience. The amount of people.
A real eye opener.
Oh, it was a real eye opener. And it's not that it wasn't the people from Griffith. It wasn't the people from Griffith that was actually the eye opener. It's the amount of travellers.
Yep.
The amount of people that are reps and stuff like that come in, and then the next minute, you know, you're looking at their bits or they're propositioning you, and it's like, no.
Yeah.
No.
$200 for this thing, but how much is it?
Oh my God, Father. No, but some of the stuff, it's just crazy. Yeah.
So, mate, I've just lost the word.
That's all right. I had a moment like that just before, and I was like, God almighty, what the hell was the question?
As I said, I don't have. I just quickly get a quick brief on most people interview and sort of let the tongue roll. But being in an industry like this,
Yeah.
how have you found just normal straight guys like myself come in to get haircuts? Do they still have this perception that you're cutting their hair, not like one of the ladies, or do they open up as much as what we do, type thing?
Oh, look,
Because like
I think that you've got to be that sort of person in the first place. Like, I've got a lot of guys that come to me, a lot of guys, and they're all great, and yes, we do talk. But probably not as much as what we do. We talk about other things, or if they want to know something, say, you know, tattoos or hairstyles or whatever it may be, like other things. And because we do live in the size town that we do see each other outside of work. I think that's actually one thing that there's a lot of people out there that don't understand. The size of Griffith, even though it's really quite large, like, you see people around. Yeah.
So like, is there a perception where they'll come get a haircut, but then you'll be at the club on a Saturday night or somewhere out for dinner, and you'll see them and they'll sort of like duck their head and...
No, not at all. God, no. They'll actually be more probably prone to running up to me.
Yep.
And anyway, so I meet them halfway and I'm like,
I generally just do that at the grocery store. If I see someone, just go, oh shit, next aisle.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Oh, look, to tell you the truth, a lot of times I've had to do that myself.
Yep.
Only because I've needed to get out quick.
Yeah.
And a lot of people think that I'm going to talk their ears off, but I've just got to... If I
Keep
don't get back to that car, then I've got a little angry husband after me and going, listen, why did you take so long?
Oh, shit.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I can say to my kids, look, just wait in the car. I'll be 2 seconds and I can literally get a milk and bread. Dad, it was 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, sorry.
Yeah.
Charlie was
the other
down.
day when you organised the haircut.
Yes.
Justin was on me like a rash. He's like, I said, where did you run away to? And he goes, oh, you started talking. You told me that you weren't going to talk to anybody. And I'm like, it's Butch. What the freak? It's Butch.
So just on to Justin.
Yeah.
He's your lovely fiance.
Yeah.
How long have you been with him for?
We've actually, it's funny you should say this. Next week, on Wednesday, Valentine's Day, we've been together for 22 years.
Damn.
Yeah, we've been together for a long time. Ups and downs and all sorts of things.
Just a general relationship like most people. Man.
Well, in all honesty, that's all that you hope for, and because we are a what do you call it? We are a minority.
Yep.
You find that person that you bond with and that you've actually got a lot to do with and stuff like that, and you just like a lot in common. Sorry. And that's it.
Yep.
You find them and you don't let them go, even if they, squeal and carry on.
Humans we were talking about.
Yeah, apparently.
Not animals.
But yeah, he's we've been together. He was actually introduced to me by another guy I was seeing, and they'd gone to school with each other.
Yep.
And yeah, that was very interesting.
Yep.
But yeah, it's been a long time, and it just seems like yesterday.
Oh, definitely, man.
Yeah.
22 years, damn.
22 years.
So, mate, you're the owner of this fine establishment, Fox & Co.
Yeah.
Hairdressing salon. Where do you see this place in 10 years' time?
It's actually hard to say, to tell you the truth, with any business.
It's a business where, and as you know, you've been around a long time and you've seen a lot in this industry.
Oh God, yeah.
Griffith has more hairdressers than anything, more pubs than anybody.
Oh, definitely,
More than
definitely.
Why is it you'll get some young Sheila whose mum's got money, pop up a hairdresser, 2 years later it's closed.
Yep. I think that's exactly what they've done.
Yep.
That's exactly what it is.
Yep.
So
it's just an easy,
what I
not
did
a lot
was
of money.
Yeah.
Not a lot of outlay. Is it
I created my own first.
Yep.
And I did something silly, and I had a business partner. Don't have business partners, people. There is always one that's going to work, and there is always one that's not. So what you do is either way, because look, you know what? That's a different podcast.
This is just part one of it.
Oh my God. Yep. And then you've got to look for opportunity. Now, what I should have done was, I should have bought an already existing salon like I did with this one.
Yep.
And then changed it to the way that I wanted it. What a lot of people do is they get a little bit vain and they go, oh my God, I just want my own. I want to create, I want to do this. And they start to think to themselves that they're infallible.
Yep.
And so this is in any business, not just in hairdressing, but any business. What you should do is find a place that's already phenomenal, buy it and add to it. Because everything needs to, every now and again, just have that tiny little bit of a tweak.
Yep.
And to make it better. And sometimes, you've already got your clientele, they've got their clientele. It means that you're going to sort of survive that first 12 months, which is the hardest.
Yep.
And then you've got to survive after that the first 3 years.
Yeah.
Once you've gotten past the 3-year mark, you're what I'd like to call established.
And as they say in a relationship, it's 7 years.
Oh yeah, well after the 7-year itch, yeah, definitely. That's something. 7-year itch is out there. But yeah, that's virtually it. You've just got to look at it and you've got to go, rightio, I can do this.
Yep.
And you've got to be, the biggest thing is, one of the biggest things is that you've got to be honest with yourself.
Yep.
So say for instance, if you don't have a huge clientele, if you don't have, if you're not a people person.
People person would be the biggest thing, eh?
It's one of the biggest things.
Yep.
Because if you're not that, and you're going to be stuck with somebody in your chair,
Yeah.
that's going to be awkward.
Well, same with taxis. I picked up someone last night, and we were talking away, and mate, he goes, I'll make it $40. It was only a $20 fare. I said, man, you're all right. He goes, every time I get in the cab, I'm not blowing my own trumpet, but he goes, you don't care who we are, you just talk. I said, mate, I'll talk to a brick wall and talk back to you.
I know, I'm like that with the washing machine.
I just love, and you like to hear people's stories, and that's where it sort of started from. But
Oh God, yeah.
this is only 0.1% of the story we can tell. But
Oh, God.
like you see all these kids get this opportunity to start a business. Oh yeah, cool, at least trying.
I think
But
one of the
within 12
biggest
months.
things is though that they parents want to buy their kids a job.
Yes.
Maybe they see something that kid can't see themselves or whatever. But anyway, like you've got to be extremely honest with yourself, Butch, and that's where I think that a lot of people actually go awry.
Yep.
So I was honest with myself and I said, can you float that business just with your own hard work?
Yep.
And the answer was yes.
100%.
And so then adding on,
Yep.
and also like even if the other people that you get to like that you employ or otherwise whatever it is, whatever situation you're in, if they use your good name and you start giving them your clients, because some people you can tell when they need a little bit of a change and stuff like that, and so you just go rightio then. Go to this one or go to that one or whatever it may be. Yep, you need a change, that's all right. Or you just do what any really good hairdresser should do and actually say, I think it's time for a change.
Yep.
And like, you know, look at you used to have bloody Lego cut.
That's where Lego got the inspiration. Love it. Now I just say, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever you want. Just do it.
Taste.
I don't care, just thin it out.
Yeah. Oh, mate. And obviously evolving. So this salon here, you just obviously haircuts, colours and everything else. Is there anything else that your business does different to anywhere else in town?
Well, we probably don't look like everybody else.
Yep.
We're just that little bit different, I suppose. We try to actually make our clientele a part of our family.
Yep.
So that everybody in the salon actually knows who everybody is. That if we have a discussion within the salon, that everybody's involved. We don't try to segregate or anything.
Yep.
Like virtually, we don't care who you are. Don't care who you are.
It's like you see in the movies and the barber shops.
Yes.
Oh, mate.
And actually, that's when I first started Foxy Locks, like, you know, what seemed like a million years ago.
Yep.
Was the clumps. When the mother and the wife went into the hair salon and they were talking about the wife's husband's noodle. I thought, you know what? I want that.
Yep.
I really want that. I want people to be able to laugh together and have fun and for things to be an experience. Because like, you know what? Like I was saying before, like we've got all these pressures in our lives and society and then, you know, youth or whatever. Pressure from the generations.
Yep.
We can all leave it behind and we can just walk into the hair salon and go, rightio, what's the topic today? Yeah,
well,
what's
I
happening?
think Mel doesn't recognise my haircuts. That's what you and Richard talked about. And I turned around and said, do you really want to know?
What did
Oh,
you say?
just asking. So, no, we spoke about
God.
this dude and that Sheila
And this and that. Yeah.
So we don't talk sport. It's all political.
Oh, God.
Then she'll sit there and go,
Sports.
oh.
I wouldn't know where to start. Like, honestly, I've got a few of the girls, their kids are doing cricket, and I'm like, oh my God, I couldn't think of anything worse. Sitting in the sun, because I am the whitest man in the world.
Yes.
And
The white
having
ghost.
oh, it's terrible. And then have, kids running around with balls and bats. I'm like, oh my God, Father, what's this?
I could have just said something
What's
there.
this? Oh.
You think with balls and bats that'd be your forte?
Yeah, nah, sports. He keeps tally. He keeps tally, Butch. He does that.
Well, that Sheila on TikTok the other day to get it back at her boyfriend.
Oh my God. Oh yeah.
22 dudes in 10 days.
Oh Jesus.
She went over to France to do it.
Busy.
Yeah, it's been
Did
busy.
you say France?
Yeah.
Is that where you've got to go?
That's where she went. I've been to France once, that's enough for me.
I wonder how much it is to get to France.
As I said, this is just an introduction to this, because this could be a 20-part series.
Oh
so.
God.
Rich,
That could be scary. Oh my God.
For-
Don't put me out of business with this.
we'll just come in here, change your voice, change your face.
Oh yeah.
Last bit of advice, what advice would you give to someone who's either gay or doesn't know what they are, or looking to get in the head, or 3 bits of advice you give,
Yeah.
or looking to get in the industry? What would you say to them?
Oh my goodness. Rightio, I'm going to do the industry first because it's probably the easiest and the longest. Do not approach a hairdresser via social media. That shows us that you are lazy and incapable.
Yep.
I cannot say this enough. If you cannot actually come and see a person face to face, then there is no way that you're going to be able to touch a client. This is absolute pinnacle. No social media. No. I have had so many young people do this, and it's like, what for?
Yeah.
This is what we do on every 6 weeks.
Yep.
What the freaking hell is social media?
Turn it to
Butch,
40 to an
here's
hour.
a picture of you with a different hairstyle.
Yeah.
That's yours. $40. So virtually, what I would say is, do yourself up. Wear nice, clean clothes, not your school uniform. Do not allow your mother to come in here and talk for you. That is number one, because I'd give the mother a job rather than the kid. Then also make sure that you are wearing a slight bit of makeup. I'm not wanting a drag queen, but I'm wanting you to actually be presentable. Yeah.
Don't say drag queen, is it?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. Oh, I don't know. But let's say it. Yeah, a person of makeup. And then also. Make sure that you can speak clearly and have some sort of experience, like have some sort of want to be in the profession, not because you want to leave school.
Yeah.
That's a huge one. If you just talk about how you want to leave school, my God.
This is a quick avenue.
Yeah, exactly. And people think that it's an easy thing, but you have got to stand on your feet for 12 hours a day. Not many people can do it.
No.
So anyway, with that said, gay kids, actually think about the people that are around you. We're not all your audience.
Yeah.
Also, come out to your parents, come out to your families. They love you regardless. If they don't, do you know what? More fool them. Fool them. We do hear everybody's horror stories because, yet again, we're going to get back into the victimising. People want to be victims.
Yep.
Don't allow yourself to be a victim. We seem to love the ones of all the members of our family that may be a little bit bigoted or ridiculous.
Yep.
We're all the same. Every one of us is the same.
That's it.
Every one of us is the same. Every person. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about colour. It doesn't matter about religion. It doesn't matter about sexuality. It doesn't matter about your genders.
Yeah.
You're just a real person. Like, we're all people. You know what? Get rid of our clothes. We come into the world naked.
Yeah.
Get rid of our skin. We're all the same underneath. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, exactly.
Within our minds, whatever we believe, like, really... Look, you know what? There's kids that believe that they're freaking cats. It doesn't really matter. We're all the same. That needs to be taken out. That's crazy. But, yeah, everybody just needs to take a chill pill. Stop being a bloody victim. God, I'm so offended. Oh my God. And you're the worst. Bloody hell. You're so offensive.
Mate, as I told you, I told a lady in the taxi last night, I hate everyone equally.
Yeah.
And she looked at me and said, why do you hate everyone equally?
She do not discriminate.
Because I don't discriminate. I hate the white man as much as this bloke, and I don't care.
Yeah.
I'll tell you as it is. I don't care. You ask the cameraman. We had an argument the other week. A week later, back on the beers, no stress, no nothing.
Yeah, but you know what? That's friendship. That's friendship. That's what you do.
It's family by marriage.
I know who you are now. Oh my God.
And that's it. Like, that's the way it is. A family friend once told me, she goes, I like how you're so honest. I said, oh, thank you. I take pride in that. And she goes, you don't care what you say, you speak your mind. So for everyone out there, I'm a Donald Trump supporter. I don't care what you think. That's just my opinion. If you don't like it, I'm not going to hate you.
Yeah.
And that's what we're talking about. We're talking about Donald Trump. And that's my heart. That is what it is, you know.
Do you know what though?
If you're going to get offended by a name and a slogan, go check yourself into a hospital.
But see, this
and
is
go
what people want to be victims. People want to be offended because, you know what? Because they're allowed then, it gives them permission to squawk,
yeah.
to open up their mouths. Wait on, I'm going to have to make a TikTok out of this. Oh my God. Like, you know, everybody is just so offended.
Yeah.
And do you know what? I say, get over yourself.
And
Get over yourself.
I was at probably not the best thing to bring out. I was at a funeral the other day, and I was showing photos of the old days. Blokes at the pub, wearing
old
stubby shorts, with singlets, all drinking and smoking, with not a care.
Do you know
in the
what, you
world.
bastard? I'm actually offended that you say the old days, because that was when I was younger shit.
I can remember the old days of the Vic.
Oh my God.
You could see there was not a phone in the world.
Mm-hmm.
The only phone was a payphone. There was jukeboxes. There was everything that was good about the old days.
Oh shit,
But
yeah.
no one was offended. Mullets, some of the
Yeah.
haircuts, like the guts were hanging
you
out,
know what?
blue singlets,
Yeah.
stubby shorts.
Oh. Do you know what? I reckon they went by the wayside because they were offensive. At any moment, you were teetering on the edge of, is everything going to fall out the sides?
If you put your leg up high enough.
Oh,
something like
Jesus Christ. I tell you what, I had to wear those bastard things. But like, you know, back then, nobody gave a shit.
that. No.
Nobody gave a shit. And this is actually one thing, like with West Wyalong, I never had a problem. Like, there was no dramas. It just seems like as the world has spanned,
Yep.
people are they're just wanting to be heard.
Yeah.
And do you know what? Instead of going out and channeling it into good things like community events, being good citizens, doing all the stuff that you want to do, bloody, what do you call it? Volunteer somewhere, do something.
Yeah.
Be heard that way, be treasured that way. But
Yeah.
instead, they open up their mouths and just start flapping.
And it's like all these famous people. Oh,
No.
tennis player Richard Brewer's come out and getting married.
Who
Well,
gives that shit?
Give him a bit of advice.
Do you know?
Who cares?
Yeah, who
Like,
cares? Do you,
you
actually,
know.
do you know what? What people do behind closed doors or in the sanctity of their bedrooms is
Yes.
no one's problem.
No.
And what does it say about the person that's actually asking the questions?
Yeah.
Ooh, did you know? I'm like, who the fuck cares? Who cares?
Oh, that's it. Like, you see all these famous people coming out. Yeah, good on you, man. But
It
no one
doesn't
said, like, what's the difference? Like a basketball player that I know of and support because I like his basketball. I don't care what you do.
Yeah, bloody hell.
You're a good basketball player, man. Who cares?
Just keep playing basketball.
Yes.
Don't do anything on the court.
Yes. Put up the sheets.
Oh my god.
But
oh
anyway, mate, this has been an awesome. This is only just a quick.
my god. And this
40.
is quick.
Yeah,
This
half
is really
an hour,
quick.
40 minutes. Yeah, generally we try and cut
Oh my
it down.
God.
But
I just looked at the clock.
I have to be home by 5:30.
Yeah.
So
Mel gets upset.
yeah, it takes too much time away.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, man. As I said,
Oh.
I don't see you as a gay man. I just see you as a dude who cuts
Oh,
my hair
mate.
and someone I can come in, have a chat with, love it. Not just a chat. We're at the club. I see you come over to
Oh, bloody oath.
So-
I'm still waiting for that. Do you know that's been years?
I know. You know, I went out for the first time the other week and I can't make it.
Oh, look, mate.
Well, and being in the taxi industry, it's not even worth going out these days because it's terrible. This place has got nothing.
Oh my god.
So
I haven't
there's-
been out in so long, I wouldn't know what the hell it's
No.
like. I think that the Leagues Club and the X's has been extended that many times, I wouldn't know where the hell I was.
No. That's about
Walk out the back. Ah,
Yeah.
what the hell?
Where's the smoking room?
Oh my god.
But mate, love it, appreciate it.
problem.
If anyone needs a haircut, you still taking on new clients?
I'm going to be opening up my books for a little bit. The last time it was 10 minutes and I was full. So,
Quickly.
give me girls a go, they're great.
Yeah. But come and see the guys here at Fox and Co. if you need your hair done, and Richard will do anything for you guys. So appreciate it, Rich. This is only part one of what can be a very exclusive interview
Oh my God.
series. Appreciate it, love it. We finally got the part one done.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Till next time.
That's
Thank
it.
you and tune in. See ya.
See ya.